Welcome to the F Principle Podcast. If you deal with self-sabotage, this episode is for you, so check it out. So you're living your everyday life, everything's going great. Let's say you get a job interview, and then you're like, I don't know, I suck at this. I don't think I'm going to be good for this, or I'm going to do this. You're about to go out with a partner, a prospecting partner. I don't know, they're not going to like me, or I have so many wrongs with my life. Have you dealt with that? Come on, be real. The real reason why we do that is because we don't believe in ourselves, right? When we lack self-belief, we look at other people's judgments and their opinions to validate us. And then we just start self-sabotaging because, hey, no one's told us that we are good at this, so we must probably suck at this. That is what happens. You lose so many opportunities when you self-sabotage. When you understand that you're losing all these opportunities, then you'll start realizing the importance of why you should stop it. Look, it's not just the inner voice that's self-sabotaging you. It's also self-sabotaging actions, eating junk food, not exercising, sleeping too much, sleeping too little. All of those are self-sabotaging actions. You want to avoid them, because what's going to happen is when you avoid self-sabotaging, you will then start to gain a higher self-belief system. It's like a circle. If you start believing in yourself, you're going to self-sabotage less. You self-sabotage less, you're going to believe in yourself more. And you're going to self-sabotage less. And then you believe in yourself more and more and more. And that's a whole cycle and that's how it works, right? The reason why we do that is because we're looking for an excuse not to get out of our comfort zone, okay? If you're looking for a partner that's on your level or lower, they're not good for you, okay? If you stay with them, it's because you don't want what's better for you. And if you're growing, look, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just speaking from experience, right? When I look at a partner, I want them to be better than me, to be bigger than me. So that way I have room to grow into a different person. I can learn a lot of new things. And then when I grow to a level, hopefully she'll start growing as well, get inspired by my growth, grow, and then we're going to grow together. And that is how you really, really get the right relationship. And you can't do that if you're self-sabotaging, many times our relationships have, how many relationships have ended because one person self-sabotages. I'm not good enough for this person. Maybe, I don't know, they shouldn't be with me. Boom. It ruins relationships. How many jobs, ideal jobs that you would have loved to take on and you didn't, because you felt you weren't good enough? How many business ideas did you have and then self-sabotaged your way out? This stuff got to stop. It's the absolute fucking devil, I'm telling you. When you start self-sabotaging, you start getting lazy. And when you start getting lazy, you get less productive. When you get less productive, guess what? You're going to start losing the lack of self-belief. And it's a vicious cycle like that going downhill. And it's an amazing cycle going uphill. So really get that in. You really have to understand that. It comes from not being motivated enough. Okay, when you're not motivated enough, I'm really dissecting this here. When you're not motivated, you don't really care. And when you don't care, your self-belief is low. Because why? You don't have something to go towards. So you're not achieving as much as you can or as you should. If you want to succeed in any aspect of life, I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about just business or relationship. I'm talking about every single aspect, right? Look at it this way. You got to go use the washroom, got to go to the loo. What do? You get up and you go, right? Same thing here. You're motivated to go to the loo, So you got to find a reason for you to be motivated to go forward in life, to grow in life. That's why I always encourage you to be around people where you can learn from. If you're not learning, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, that's an automatic self-sabotage. That's like the very like the tiniest bit that starts you to start self-sabotaging. So really be careful when you notice yourself self-sabotaging. You got to start, realize like, oh crap, I'm self-sabotaging right now. What should I do right now? What can you do right now to stop self-sabotaging? Work on the fearless mindset. Do it. Like that is one of the greatest ways, because that way you're going to reflect on everything that you love about yourself, who you are as a person, what you love to like, what makes you laugh. That stuff is huge. It's vital. When you're self-sabotaging, you got to start being sad and learn how to be happy. And when you do that, your life's going to change. And listen, I know it's okay to self-sabotage here and there. I self-sabotage. Yesterday was my birthday, so I ate pizza. Followed by cheesecake. Usually I'm trying to eat very healthy. So sometimes it's okay. But if you let it take over you, if you let it consume you, it's not just going to ruin your life, but it will also make you open up to fear. And fear will make your life even worse, because then you're going to start getting anxious. And that anxiety mixed with self-sabotaging, that's one of the root causes for depression. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on psychology, or I'm not a psychiatrist or a doctor. I'm not. But it's a proven fact that anxiety is the first step towards depression. And from my understanding, from my experience, is anxiety with self-sabotaging. Because that's why you want to stay home. You don't want to go out. You don't want to talk to anyone because you feel like shit. You feel like there is nothing good about you. You feel like you can't do anything. You feel like a nuisance, right? And look at it this way. Whenever you feel like you're doing something bad, look at it why. Because sometimes you're just around the wrong crowd who make you feel like shit, put you down, and then you start self-sabotaging because of them. Right? So what you got to do, you got to stop being around the wrong crowd. And I talk about that frequently. Get yourself aligned with the right people, the right tribe, as a few people talk about it, Get yourself in the right group, people with the same mindset. Go to the F Principle group, facebook.com/groups/the F Principle. Follow that group. Everyone there, I'm sure, is going towards the same mentality, the same mindset. We are here to help each other. We are here to get you on the right path, to get you happy. Because when you're self-sabotaging, you're not able to manifest your happiness like that. So really, really take that into consideration. And look, if you find a lot of value in these videos, make sure to look at the other videos and then click the subscribe button below. All right, take care, and until next time.